Alright, for this third match of Overbots for the week, we have No Diff Unks versus Krusty Krushers. We gotta get the squads ready to go. This one could be interesting. I think these two teams could be on equal playing field. No Diff Unks kind of absolutely slaughtered my team last week. But I think Krusty Krushers have a better chance than I did against them. Weirdly enough, my team has been gosh awful. I don't quite understand it. Might be the Mercy. I don't know. Sojourn and Malga are just so very good. I don't know why they're it's like weird because they're just like bad with the Sombra. I think Sombra and Mercy are just so bad that I think it just makes the rest of the team not matter. I don't know, man. I think No Diff Unks are a better team than a lot of people give them credit for. I think Widowmaker, actually a pretty decent bot. Not nearly the top tier bots, but still a decent bot that can just like get a pick for you every once in a while. Cassidy is way better. Better DPS on this roster. We will see. Can Krusty Krushers make a name for themselves here? They did fall, I believe, 3-2. Yeah, they fell 3-2 to Microfish last week. Absolute banger of a series. Oh no, wait. Yeah, it was a 3-2. Good matchup all around there. Alright, here we go. They did lose 3-0 the first time, so you have to find a win here. They're looking to try to find something against this squad. Sim putting in work here, however. Widowmaker and Orisa able to hold off Krusty Krushers. Alright, next attack coming through here for Krusty. Ana picks off the Moira. Good start here for Krusty Krushers. However, it's going to be Widowmaker versus Sim on point, and Sim going to be able to barely win that out. It's going to result in a Krusty Krushers teamfight victory. They will be taking this first point. Ana picking off the Moira was pretty big there. Krusty Krushers just doing enough to get in. Moira once again going down to that Ana. Orisa gonna go down next to Sim. Sim just putting in work those turrets. Absolutely beaming this squad. Hybrid map getting a bit chaotic. Alright, here we go. Sleep misses. Jab also misses. Ana caught with her pants down, gets headshot by the Widow. Sim turrets putting in a lot of work here on No Diff Unks. However, they're able to find a monkey in all the chaos, and they're all still alive here, so they are gonna push out the Krusty Krushers. Widowmaker getting a bit aggressive there. Alright, here comes Monkey. Pushing in. Moira's going to be the first to fall here. Cassidy's going to go next. And very low targets on Krusty Krushers, but I think they can do this if they just focus up here. Ash able to pick off yet another one. It'll just be Widowmaker alive now, and she will eventually fall to the Winston. Um, not exactly pushing the payload yet, though. Krusty Krushers. Okay, here they go. Alright, here come no diff unks. They are gonna pop that ult. Here comes the high noon from their Cassidy. Going to be able to pick up the Ana. Ashe gonna fall next to the Orisa. The horse is just the horse. The horse doesn't stop, guys. She gets 2 at the end there. Very good fight from the horse. Alright, here they come. Krusty Krushers making yet another attempt here. Does get javelin speared. Monkey. Primal not getting too much. He does eventually find a kill there. Bob coming out. Bob's not going to give too much value here, I don't think. He's going to pick up the Cass. Ooh, Sim. Just the Orisa's alive at the end of that. No defunks. Pretty good hold so far. The Bob placement just a little off. Probably could have won them the fight if it was in a different spot. Monkey's going to go in onto this Moira. She is going to get pushed out a little bit here. Orisa just jabs straight into the bubble. Ooh, Ana. Oh, Ana getting taken out by the Widow there. Sim probably going to fall. Well, actually, she does live. Ashe going to go down with a weird dynamite. Doesn't even get anything with the dynamite either. And that is a good team fight victory for No Diff Unks. They're looking like they're going to hold here on second. Alright, Widowmaker antied. So is the horse. Can they finish off these kills? They can't. Widowmaker getting Ana again. Cassidy getting the sim. And man, Cassidy and Widowmaker. Actually pretty solid DPS here for No Diff Unks. They could win this first map pretty handily against Krusty Krushers. That will be it. That is where the Krusty Krushers are going to be held. Lot of work. Lot of work coming in here. Oh, back just popped. It felt good. This is, so let's see. Yeah, No Diff Unks are in Get Good division. Never Back Down division has this other squad. So yeah, it's looking like a very similar story to last season. We have a lot of very powerful teams in Get Good division. Actually, we have Rush Hour. We have Never Back Down. Looks pretty solid. Maybe not great. And Blazing Magi, just the strugglesome party. My division, Logie Sword's looking very strong again this season. Not quite as top tier as they were last season. Alright, here we go. Here comes the good old-fashioned No Diff Unks, replacing the Gooders this season. Widowmaker's able to find one, however they get traded out, and the hold from Krusty Krushers looking very strong here. Nice little car wash setup. Good first defense we expect to see from this team. Listen and Anna making their way back. I don't know if they're going to be back in time. They should be just, yeah, they'll be back just in time. Sim getting a little bit low here. She is going to fall. Moira's going to get traded out, but I don't know if that matters too much. Ash is going to have to put in a lot of work if she wants to win this. She does take out one. She's looping all the way around. Cassidy's looking for her, though. Widow's going to fall. But Cass is going to take down Ash afterwards. And that is going to be the first point take here for No Diff Unks. Looking very, very good. This squad dominated me last week. And I'm going to say it's kind of unexpected because they didn't look very good against Multi-Milkers, if I remember right. But here, against these teams with a little bit more squishies, as you can see, they kind of dominate. No Diff Unks coming through. Ash squaring off here. She will eventually fall. No Diff Unks slowly pushing through this map. I think they're gonna have this map won. Looking fairly strong for them. Will probably just be it right here. A very, very strong defense from No Diff Unks. Almost even more powerful offense, and they will take map 1 against Krusty Krushers. Very good look here from No Diff Unks. We didn't really know what to expect from them. But that is good for them. Okay, let me go to my standings here. I need to edit some things. Be surprised if I want to match this season at this point. Okay, let's see. Where is the team that beat me? Who beat me? Who did beat me? Multi-Milkers? Okay. Okay, there we go. Standings updated. Okay. Next map, Petra. Chaos map. Here we go. Deathmatch. Always the most chaotic game mode. Can be the most swingy for some underdogs at times. No Diff Unks leading this series, 1-0. Here they come. They're going to fight the Ana and the Ash immediately. They're going to trade out 1 for 1. And that is a 4-1 lead here. Right away for your No Diff Unks. Ana getting very low. She will eventually fall down, and wow, No Diff Unks are just, they are kind of dominant here. Here comes the horse pushing in, gonna pick up the Ash. Good squad all around here. Widowmaker picking up the sim. Winston gonna stay alive barely. Ash gonna pick up the Widowmaker. Wow, okay. Krusty Krushers putting a little bit of work in here. They're coming back into this one. Widowmaker could go down here. She probably will, actually. Definitely will. Ash getting very low. She does manage to sneak out with her life. Horse is currently on the loose. However, she's going to fall. And now this is 9 to 10. And Krusty Krushers right back in this one. It's tied, and they're about to take the lead. Ash putting in a lot of damage. Putting in work. She's going to fall in the Orisa. That's not a place you want to be. Well, actually, Anna's coming in with her. Sim too. They're fully investing onto this fight with the horse. Oh my word. Ash got pushed into the void, but you still aren't too mad about that. Widowmaker picking up Anna. Moira could go down here. She will. Cassidy getting a big stun. I think Sim might fall here. Oh, wait. Sim's going to get picked up the Widowmaker, as Widow got a little bit distracted with the presence of the Winston. Now, all of a sudden, Krusty Krushers in the lead here. Ignore that. Oh, sorry, guys. We're missing something. Widowmaker. Okay, so it's 14-15. I don't know what kills I missed. My bad. Sorry, everyone. YouTube sending me notifications of YouTubers I don't even watch anymore. Okay. And oh my word. Got all that shot content. Anyways. Okay. No Defuncts back in control of this one. 5 kill difference. Krusty Krushers looking a little bit like they're floundering here. Same with a very powerful beam coming through. Not able to pick up any kills though. The nade does pick up the kill, but she is just gonna fall afterwards. Ash able to find the Orisa back here. Widowmaker versus Ash here, and Widowmaker is gonna take that kill to the bank. Widowmaker does fall to the Winston. Sim putting in a little bit of work here, getting that cast. And they're changing it to a 7-point lead here. See if the Krusty Krushers can get anything started. Moira's going to get very low. She is going to fall. Under scrutiny. Winston getting on Widowmaker is what you want to see. Good target focus by the Winston here. He does eventually pick that up too. But you're still down 7 and you're about to die. Down 8 now. And it's about to turn into 10 if you're not careful. 9. And that's looking like they're going to go down 10 right here. Yep. And that's 11. Alright, looking like Krusty Krushers are going to lose this map to No Defuncts. No Defuncts looking firmly in control of this series. This is the only time these two teams will square off. Here comes Bob. Bob's in the back rooms. He's on this Orisa. He does pick off the horse. Comes the Primal. A lot of kills going the way of Krusty Krushers. Here with that Bob in play. They are down 8 still, though. Chances of losing this are dimming. Horse getting kind of isolated here. She's taking a lot of damage, but she does eventually fall. Krusty Krushers setting up the car wash here. They're getting a very good hold. Still down 6. Winston's probably going to fall. Getting a little bit aggressive on that Cassidy. Eventually going to get picked off. That is 5-point difference. However, all No Defuncts need is 4 kills. They will take this. Moira's probably going to die here. She does. 5-point difference. Okay. Now it's looking a little bit more difficult here if you are Krusty Krushers. Winston probably loses this 1v1 despite having... Well... He does. Yep. As a 5-point diff, if I know anything about Winston, is he will lose 1v1s like that. Even if he has a health advantage, just because they can just outrange him, and the bot is not very smart. Alright, 3-point difference here. Getting down to it. Sim is getting dove on. That's not what you want to see. They need to get on this. Orisa need to stop the horse. They do. 3-point difference here. If Widow gets one pick, could be over. She does. Doinked her. I saw that bullet come in. Oh, Cassidy hit her too. No Defunk's up 2-0. Krusty Krushers looking a bit outmatched here. Not too different than how my team has been performing lately. Unfortunately for both of our squads, we have been hurting for dubs. Evento. We did not see that in this series. That's another death match. Should make this series pretty short. Make the VOD nice and easy. Small gigs to upload. Which I am very much thankful for. See where they decide spawning here. Alright, they're gonna hop down. Moira getting very, very low. She will eventually fall to Ash. Krusty Krushers doing a good job getting some picks here. They're gonna need more than that though, because they do eventually lose out to this Cassidy. Cassidy popping off. Might even get the sim. He probably will actually. Yep, he will. And he gets oh, dude, Cassidy just killed everyone on Krusty Krushers, and that is a true testament to the power of this hero. In overbots, Ash going to fall in this room. Winston gets booped. He's gonna go down. 4-point lead here. On the side of No Diff Unks, they're just looking like a well-oiled machine here against Krusty Krushers. Winston getting terminated. In the back line, Orisa is just going on a rampage. An absolute rampage here. Krusty Krushers, at least they're able to take some maps. My team has not yet been able to take a map. Krusty Krusher squad looks pretty, but they're getting absolutely slaughtered. This is what happened to my team against this squad too. So I understand. Absolute dominant performance here from No Diff Unks. Surprisingly dominant. This team was drafted by me rolling a dice, actually. And it worked out pretty well for them. I think Cassidy Widow is actually pretty strong. I say that and then he just like feeds and dies. But wow, No Diff Unks absolutely stunting on the competition here. Krusty Krushers. Doesn't look like it's going to be close in this one. I am bro. Winston able to get a couple, but oh, Widow kills herself. Still a 12-point lead here for No Diff Unks. Gotta feel pretty good about that. 11 points. Now after that pick, Cassidy is gonna fall here to the Winston. Trying to make it a little closer, but the horse is just a Terminator. Watch her go. Widowmaker and Ash having a 1v1. Widowmaker missing most of her shots, and then she just gets domed by Ash. Here comes Fred. Fred absolutely popping off here. The good old-fashioned Fred. So, wow. Okay. Okay, Ash. Putting in some work. Proving her worth. She was a pretty good contender in early overbots. She was on a pretty solid squad. I think she was on a Orisa squad. Being on an Orisa squad means you get to shine a little bit more. As a DPS. Okay, here we go. Cassidy and Moira. Getting pretty low here. Winston, very low. He's gonna fall. Only 15 kills remaining here for the side of No Diff Unks, and they will have a 3-0 victory. Their second in as many weeks. Very strong performance from them so far. They've dominated 2 lower tier teams, and then they were kind of dominated by an upper echelon team, the Moldy Milkers. So here we go. Surprised to say that the Mauga squad is a low tier team, though. That is a surprising breakthrough in this league. Mauga, every time we've seen him, he has been on one of the top 2 squads. Pretty much both times we saw him. Actually, he's won both previous championships. Actually, he's been on both of the teams that have won previous. So, just a little odd seeing him all the way in last place. Especially since he has Sojourn on his team, you'd think he'd be okay with that, but it happens that way. Krusty Krushers losing this matchup. They look like they are going to eventually fall here. Does look like a 3-0 coming through. Very dominant performance on this Melevento. The horse just doing Terminator things as she runs through the team. And here comes the Terminator. 1 more kill remaining. Orisa just putting in so much work, running around, dominating. And that is probably going to be it. Winston's probably going to be the last. Oh, Ash might be the last kill. Let's see who's going to die first. It will be Ash. Very strong performance from No Diff Unks. And that'll be the 4th match. We're halfway through the day.